This video brought to you by Royal Forex Signals. So Royal Forex Signals is a place where you can get Forex signal with high winning rate for free. No charges, no whatsoever. I myself have been using their signals for months and it's been a profitable trading for me ever since. So if you want to get the same signal and profit as I do, you can click the description button down below and join the group link. Don't forget to click the join button, and with that being said, let's get into the video. Hello everybody, well, how's it going? Welcome to Forex Mastery. So in today's video, I'll be showing you the scalping strategy. Alright, this scalping strategy is, as you know, is very simple. It's easy setup, only hit and run, and it has a 80% winning rate. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so for the indicator that we'll be using is EMA, exponential moving average. So this is the the numbers here. 50, we're using a period of 50, and then the MA method is exponential applied to close. The color is up to you. You can use whatever color that you want. So the level is nothing. Okay, so that's for the moving average, and then we move to stochastic oscillator. Alright, for the stochastic oscillator, the period is 9, slowing 5, D period is 3, price field low and high, MA method is simple. Okay, for the colors, doesn't matter, it's up to you, and the level is 80 and 20. Okay, that's all for the indicator. Okay, so this scalping strategy will be using 3 different times frame. The first one is 15, 5 and 1 minute chart. Okay, so first thing first, we have to look at the trend. So to look at the trend is we'll be using the M15. Okay, so in the M15 time frame, we have to see whether the candlestick is below the EMA 50 or above the EMA 50. As you look here, the candlestick is below the EMA 50. Okay, it's below here, while this candlestick is above EMA 50. So that's the first, and the second one is we have to look at the stochastic. Okay, so this is the candlestick is below the EMA, so we will only be selling, just selling, okay, not buying, because we have to follow the trend. So if the trend is downtrend, means candlestick is below 50, so we only looking for sell setup, not buy setup. Okay, so it's important to not against the trend. Okay, just follow the trend. So hopefully we'll be using in all setup. Okay, first thing first, the candlestick is below EMA 50. Alright, so this is also below 50. This is also right here is below 50. Okay, so take a look at the stochastic oscillator. So the stochastics shows that it's already overbought. Okay, so it's already overbought and ready to sell. Okay, so is already reach our 2 requirements. First, the candlestick is below EMA 50. The second one, the stochastic is already overbought, so we are waiting to sell and looking for sell. Okay, so let's go to the, so this is the right requirement. Okay, because the candlestick is below EMA 50 and the stochastic is overbought. Okay, so take a look at the M15. Okay, before that, I want to draw a vertical line here, so we know the candlestick. Okay, so okay, as right now, if you look at the time, it is 8:00. So that means the stochastic shows is overbought. Oversell. Okay, so you are waiting for the sell signal. So if you see here, the requirement here is not very perfect because it doesn't follow the M15 requirements, which is the M5 should be also the candlestick below EMA 50, and the stochastic have to be overbought. Okay, so maybe if like this, I'm looking to sell. Until the candlestick is below EMA 50. So okay, so I'm looking to sell at here at the 9.35 time. Okay, if you can see below there, 935. Okay, at the time. So okay, for the M5 5-minute chart, it doesn't matter if the stochastic doesn't hit the 80, but if it hit the 80 means it's very good. Okay, it's it has the double confirmation. But if you reach only around 50 level, the level of 50 is already okay to sell or to buy for M5. Okay, so I'll be selling it here probably because I'm looking to wait until the candlestick is below 50, and also the stochastic reach minimum 50 at the 50 level. That's only for the M5, but for the M15 it has to be the the candlestick is below 50 and the stochastic is reach the 80. That's the requirement for the M15. But for the M5, the candlestick has to be below 50 and the stochastic reach minimum at the level of 50. Okay, so let's move our vertical line here. 9.35. Okay, perfect. So take a look at the M1, what it shows us. Okay, perfect. So the M1 shows the stochastic is already overbought, so ready to sell. But the candlestick is above EMA 50. Okay, so in this case it doesn't matter. Alright, for the M1 it doesn't matter if the candlestick is above 50 or below 50, much better. But if it above 50, it's okay. Just for the bigger time frame, it has to follow the rules because the time frame, the better the downtrend where the candlestick will follow the trend, because the trend is downtrend, so we have to follow the bigger time frame. Alright, so okay, so this is perfect. Let's see how many pips we can get. Okay, probably around 15 pips, okay, for the for the scalping technique, it doesn't matter how many pips that you want to get, but I suggest that you only take around four decimal is required to take only between 2 to 5 pips, and for the 5 decimal is required to take only between 20 to 50 pips only. Okay, for the stop loss, actually this strategy doesn't have stop loss, but if you still want to put your stop loss, which is I suggest you to do to save your equity or your account, you can put around 15 pips for the 4 decimal or 150 pips for the 5 decimals account. Okay, so let's take a look at the other setup. So this that means this setup is a win setup. Okay, it's a win setup. So take a look at here. So we found one. The candlestick is below EMA 50 and the stochastic is already overbought. Take a look at the M5 where it shows us perfect. So the candlestick is still below 50 and the stochastic is already overbought and ready to sell. Perfect setup. So take a look at the M1. So as you can see, the M1, the candlestick is very, it's already high volatility because it's a M1 time frame. So this is perfect. Okay, as you can see. Okay, in this case, I'll be selling either at here or at here until the stochastic reach the 80. But if it already above 50 and begin to cross, it's already perfect. You can still sell the price. Okay, so take a look how many pips you can get. Example, if I sell at this price, at this level, so my take profit will be 50 pips, 20 pips to 50 pips for the 5 decimals. So okay, means it's already above, it's already 134 pips. So it's a big win. So this technique is very good if you keep on practicing and backtesting this technique. So we found one setup. Okay, it looks like it. The candlestick is below 50 and the stochastic is already overbought. So take a look at the M5. So but the candlestick is above the EMA 50, but the stochastic is already overbought. And so in this case, maybe I won't be selling, because first thing first, the candlestick is above EMA 50, and then the second one is already too late to over. The stochastic shows that the price has moved. Okay, the stochastic has moved towards downward, so we are late, or the setup is not very good. But overall, the requirement for the M15 is the EMA 50 has to be above the candlestick for sell, and the EMA has to be below the candlestick for buy. Okay, so the stochastic, if selling, it has to reach the 80 level, and for buy, you have to reach the 20 level. That's the requirement for the M15. We have to look at the trend. So that's the trend. Just follow the requirements to spot the trend. So this is not a good setup. Okay, for the M5, it's important to have the candlestick below EMA 50, and the stochastic, if you reach the level of 50, that's already good enough. But if you reach the level of 80 and above, that's better. Wait until the line is crossing between each other. And then for the M1, it doesn't matter if the candlestick is above EMA or below the EMA, because the M1 is not very reliable. Okay, but the stochastic has to reach a minimum the level of 50, means it's crossed at the level of 50 minimum. But the much better if it cross at the level of 80, almost around the 80. Okay, so that's for the scalping technique by Forex Mastery. Alright guys, now you learn all about the money management. This is including the calculation and the important itself. So let me remind you again, money management is so important that any trader, any professional trader will say the same thing. If you are losing at the money management, you will not go far in trading. You will lose all your capital, no matter if you have 1 million, 1 billion or 1 trillion. If you fail at money management, you will not gain profit from it, you will not be successful at it. Alright, so if you don't understand, if you have something to say to me, you can comment down below and I will try my best to reply to all of you. Don't forget to do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and the like button, and I'll see you in the next one.